What up, guys? It's Timo here with 21metrics podcast. Today, let's discuss crypto, of course, and then stock market, and especially the role of SpaceX. It's been going up a lot, so it's kind of like is it correlated with crypto or not? What is like the eventual outcome of everything? So let's find out. Bitcoin at 65k. But first. Don't forget to check our partner, Starship.ai, the smoothest way to shift your crypto, the easiest way. Just go there, add your wallets, and shift from Bitcoin to Hyperliquid, for example. Very easy. And then Vital AG, which is our new partner, they're a venture capital company. So if you're looking for funding, if you're in AI, crypto, robotics, in these fields, then Vital is a good partner. They are BaFin regulated, and they offer startup funding. And then our partner is Satoshi. But yeah, let's look at on chain. So basically, Bitcoin is at 65k. So market is kind of like rebounding. I think the stock market strength is giving the market a new drive, basically. So Bitcoin has been following the SpaceX cycle here. So it looks pretty good. The question is though that like with all the AI stocks here and with all the new technology stocks, are there like is the liquidity draining out of crypto? That's the big question here. We can assess further. But looking at this chart here, this CVD chart, we can see actually like selling pressure in most of investor cohorts here. So actually from retail to wealth, nobody's actually buying right now. So that's we might go lower to like 64k if this doesn't change. So we're not seeing a lot of like buying pressure here currently. But about like SpaceX and crypto, SpaceX had a very good launch recently, and the launch went very well. However, there are like unlocks coming up, so we are going to have like investor unlocks in August, September, October, and so on, November, December. Uh, there are a lot of like big investors waiting for these unlocks, and usually how it goes that when you have this like huge IPO, then you have like immense valuation, like SpaceX. Is now worth more than the whole crypto market. So how it usually goes is that like the valuation is very high in the beginning, and then it kind of like goes down, and then there is this like sideways phase for maybe a year or something like that, and then it goes up again. It's the same with tokens basically. If you look at Venice token, the VVV token, like it was valued very highly in the beginning, then it went like sideways for a year or two, and now it has been going up again. So I think the same might be ahead for SpaceX, and the big question, of course, is that what it means to crypto. So it's kind of like, is it affecting the whole sector? Because basically, tech stocks have been correlated with crypto. So that's the big question. So if SpaceX starts to go down, so will it then bring buying pressure to selling pressure to crypto too? I would say that I think about SpaceX or crypto in general. I would say that like what are like the most attractive tokens right now, how to find your high conviction tokens. I would divide the market into two narratives basically. One is infrastructure narrative, and hyperliquid is the number one like token for that. So the hyperliquid it is becoming a very valuable part of the crypto infra, and I think whatever happens with SpaceX and AI stocks, I would invest in Hyperliquid, which just made a new all-time high. So investors agree with that, with my thesis. And also there are like other infra tokens which are attractive, like near and Ton, for example, which is like the grand token nowadays. But I would say mostly Hyperliquid. So like the infra tokens are investable currently. Then we have this privacy coin narrative, and in this field we have Zcash and Monero. So ZEC and XMR, and Zcash is the compliant version, compliant one, and Monero has basically been delisted from every exchange. And I think in Europe under Mica you can't even offer that. You couldn't even offer that before, but especially now moving on with Mica, I think it's kind of like it's outside of all the exchanges. But yeah, these two, and I think this is another narrative in addition to the infra narrative. The privacy coin demand is going to rise. So Zcash is like representing this narrative very well. So yeah, infra and privacy, I think this will fare well. In my opinion, Bitcoin, I'm not like expecting Bitcoin to crash or anything, but I think it will mainly go sideways. And when it goes sideways or steps into consolidation, then you usually have room for these altcoins to perform better. But one other thing I want to talk about is that I just made this article for Gate, basically. So what is going on with all these exchange platforms that used to be like crypto only platforms like Gate, is that they're pivoting into TradFi. So this data is from Gate, and it shows that precious metals are dominant on platform. So precious metals actually amount 89% of the overall volume. And then you have like only 5% equity, and then people trade some oil. But like people trade a lot gold on these platforms, and then we are seeing the emergence of these like stock tokens. And this another chart about stocks, basically, or still like across all TradFi, but it shows that there is a lot of like gold demand here. Gold demand is rising, and then you have like stocks there. You can see SpaceX, which is like the light blue over there at the right side. So in the bigger picture, what is going on? What I'm seeing here is that while before we had a lot of like crypto only exchanges, now they have realized that the same traders who made money with crypto, they now want to trade TradFi, and they're expanding offerings like Binance, Gate, Kraken, and for example, you could trade the tokenized SpaceX stock on Kraken and make money with that. So this is like the big shift that all of these exchange platforms are expanding into TradFi, and that's pretty interesting to me. That and of course it's about like the market structure, because most of crypto has been going sideways, and there hasn't been like retail hasn't made that much money since 21. So 21 was a good alt season year, but after that we only had like selective alt seasons. And like recently, of course, if you bought Hyperliquid, if you bought Zcash or Venice, you have been winning. But only like a couple of these good cryptos. And because retail is looking into TradFi, into interesting stocks, of course, it makes sense for for a platform to expand into TradFi. So TradFi is the new thing. Of course, there are good investable tokens in crypto too. As I mentioned, we have infra narrative and then pricing narrative, but this is the thing. And I think some of these premium tokens will not be correlated with SpaceX, like Hyperliquid, SEC. They're not going to be. They will be like outperforming, but maybe SpaceX might correct down. So be careful. But yeah, this is what I want to say. So we are moving into TradFi, and kind of like crypto is converging with TradFi, this new thing. So they are now like close to each other and converging. Thanks for listening, and hopefully you're having a pleasant week.